Yo, what's going on? Oh, damn, excuse me. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Storms. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, I got an update for you, so let's get right into it right now. All right. So for those of you who was here with me yesterday evening, hold on, let me put these phones on silent. Oops. Sorry about that. All right. So for those of you who was here yesterday when I did this story yesterday, Michael, I seen, excuse me, Michael is seen and Bolanle. I have you say this man name. You know, I did this story yesterday. And what ended up happening, you know, this man knew this man. They've been knowing each other for they say for like 30 years. And what happened was this man right here ended up shooting and killing Michael and stole his SUV. And his son Michael, which was 2 years old, was found in the vehicle later abandoned, and the 2 year old died. Well, I'm coming to you today because you good people who be sending me these stories and information, trying to keep me update to everything. There is a little more details that is out about this situation. Right here, they showing a little bit of the surveillance video of the encounter between the two. All right, and as always, for what information that has been gathered to me is this man has a criminal history. All right, but first of all, let's get into this, and we're gonna get into other stuff in just a minute.
A violent encounter in a supermarket parking lot that left a father dead. The suspect is then accused of leaving the victim's young son to die in a stolen SUV. 38-year-old Bolanle Fadairo appeared in court for the first time today, where his bonds were set at more than $1.5 million.
Jason Miles is live from the initial shooting scene with the latest on this. Jason, this story just keeps unfolding.
Absolutely, Rakin. We've learned the victim and the suspect had a history. They knew each other, even worked together at a security guard firm at one point. They had a heated argument in this parking lot that led to a deadly shooting, all of it caught on surveillance camera. The suspect in white sat in PC court with his head in his hands, awaiting his appearance.
Bolanle, Fadairo,
which included a description of his alleged crimes, which began with an argument Tuesday afternoon in this parking lot.
The suspect then produced a firearm and shot the victim multiple times at close range.
Police say this surveillance video shows suspect Bolanle Fadairo waving victim Michael Asian into the lot from a nearby convenience store. Fadairo told investigators that he argued with Asian, a man he'd known for decades, about money Asian owed. The video then shows the actual shooting before Asian runs away and collapses. Fast forward a few frames. That's when police say Fadairo jumped into the victim's SUV and took off. It was found hours later on Elm Street after Asian's wife reported him and their 2-year-old son Micah missing. The toddler was found dead in his car seat, possibly from heat exhaustion.
The windows were rolled up and the engine was turned off. The outdoor temperature at the time was around 93 degrees.
A neighbor who shared this video with me from Tuesday afternoon says the dark SUV in the background was later surrounded by police. He and others feel terrible knowing a helpless child was inside. And outraged, someone is accused
good luck, sir,
of leaving him there to die. And more on today's court proceeding. Fadairo receiving two $750,000 bonds for each murder charge, also $50,000 for a tampering with evidence charge. Police say he admitted to deleting messages with the victim from his phone. Reporting live from the Gulfton area, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Such a disturbing case. Thank you so much for that report, Jason.
This is why I say, well, not just me, a whole lot of people. This is why people don't like to help people at all. Ungrateful, Okay, ungrateful, jealousy, and hatred. You know, we talked about this yesterday, and we all had somebody that we have dealt with that before. Nobody, you just can't be nice to people no more at all. No matter how cool you are, no matter if y'all call each other friends or whatever the case may be, you just can't help nobody no more because they are unappreciative for what you done. Unappreciative. It's a damn shame that when you help people, y'all buddy or y'all homegirls or whatever the hell you want to call it. But as soon as somebody get mad at you for something you done, you everything but that buddy that you once were, you know. And what's crazy about it, a lot of these people who they go and tell all these stupid ass shit to about you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that, and start bringing out other stuff, talk about what you'd have done and this, that, and third. Nobody questions them. They go right on along with what they say, right along with it because I don't know. Sometimes maybe they scared of the person who telling the story. They scared that they might do that to them, or he or she holding something over their head. That's why they ain't gonna question them, or whatever the case may be. They never question them. They go along with every fucking thing that they say, you know. And that's why I said yesterday when I did a stream about this. People who got their own mindset. Those are the ones you need to be around, okay? Because you got a lot of people who try to make their problems everybody else's problem, and that's not the way it's supposed to work. You can't expect me to have a problem with somebody because you got a problem with them. It don't work like that. If they ain't done nothing to me, what the hell I'm going to dislike them for? And especially if I don't know them. What am I going to dislike them for because you had a bad experience dealing with this person? It doesn't work like that. And a lot of people got that gang mentality. If this person don't like him, then I automatically don't like him. But then kind of find out when the person sit up there and you hear that they told blatant lies on another person, then you want to come back around. All right? But see, here's my thing. This is how I do it. Yeah, you can come back around, but still I'm going to treat you with a long-headed spoon. Because you want to try to be fair in the first place. But now that you see that the other person is full of shit, now you want to come back around. All right? That's fine. But I'm going to let you know you're wrong. You're wrong, and that was fucked up. Instead of you coming to me, asking me, at least try to get both sides of the story, I would respect you better. And you try to get both sides. But you a lot of people who just one-sided, then, you know, a lot of people have to question your mentality. Can you think for yourself, or do you allow other people to think for you? Okay? And same thing go with this man right here. Like his wife said, he was the one that kept helping this man out. But the man turned the story around saying that the man owed him money, which could be somewhat of a possibility. I don't know the story because I wasn't there. But however, though, the wife was there. And according to her, they've been helping this man out. They've been trying to help this man in whatever situation that he was in. Also, what she said was, he ran into him because he looked like he was standing on the street and took this man in and tried to give this man another chance at life because his life was already fucked up. Trying to give him a second chance at life. Well, y'all see firsthand what happened. It ain't his fault that man was a good guy. It ain't nobody's fault that they a good person. Now, it's your fault now if you let people make a fool out of you. That's your fault. All right? Because again, get me once, shame on you. Get me again, shame on me. And that's why I asked a lot of y'all yesterday about the 3-strike rule. All right? Do a lot of you still believe in the 3-strike rule? Well, I say this. It all depends on the situation. Okay? It really depends on the situation. But a lot of times, though, you got to say, fuck the 3-strike rule. Get in 1 strike, leave them alone. Because a lot of motherfuckers, when you give them a second chance, it seems like they become worse. Because they feel like you an easy target and they can run over you. All right? All right? And the young generation, I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to y'all. All right? Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull up this other information. Y'all will give me a minute here. Let's see. Okay, they say this one claims he had a violent past. Y'all give me a minute. All right, guys. Here I go right here. As we go deeper into this, his bond has been denied for fatally shooting a man. And I'm guessing a lot of stuff was coming. Yeah, it has been denied because we played something yesterday where he did have a bond, but when he went to go to the hearing, they kind of revoked that. And I guess they're trying to wait for more details come out about what actually happened. All right. But I was told in this, they going to mention about this man past history. Let's listen.
Found dead. Tonight, some former co-workers are sharing the violence they experienced at the hands of the accused gunman. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry live downtown at HPD headquarters with their story tonight. Bryce.
Keith, court documents show that bond is now denied for that suspect after earlier today a magistrate set it at more than $1.5 million. And tonight, like you mentioned, we are learning more about this suspect's past, including an incident that leaves some thinking police did not do enough to stop these murders from happening.
Michael Essien and his 2-year-old son Micah stolen too soon.
I just want everyone to know the two great people that they took from me. That child always light up my world.
Their wife and mother Mabel still trying to understand why.
Anybody that comes in contact with him, they can attest to him. And that is what I came to let everyone know, who Michael Essien is, my loving baby.
Investigators say Michael's high school classmate, 38-year-old Bolanle Fadairo, opened fire on Michael in this plaza parking lot Tuesday afternoon before stealing his SUV with 2-year-old Micah in the back seat. The car found hours later, less than a mile away in southwest Houston, the young child dead in the back seat. Fadairo, one of the many people his family says Michael helped stay on their feet, now charged with 2 counts of murder and tampering with evidence. KPRC2 has learned Fadairo worked at a West Houston barbershop for about a year before incidents that pushed his boss, Shawnette Jackson, to fire him.
He was very angry, he was arguing, and he was saying, I feel like hitting somebody.
About 4 months later, employees say he returned and shot up the shop.
The windows was broke and there was bullet shots in the shop.
They reported it to HPD last August, which confirmed an open case for reckless deadly conduct by firearm, but no arrests. A former coworker who asked us not to use his name tracked down evidence that he says would have led investigators right to Fadairo.
If they would have listened to the things that we had and things that we told, they could have saved those lives.
But Jackson says investigators told her they didn't have enough manpower to go after him.
If they would have arrested him then, he wouldn't have been on the streets.
And tonight, autopsy results for the 2-year-old are still pending. So far, investigators have said that heat exhaustion may have played a role in his death. That suspect due back in court tomorrow morning. We're live downtown. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Bryce, thank you.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. This is why I said yesterday, you know, again, this man had a good heart and he wanted to help this man out. So I'm going to assume that he didn't know about any of this prior stuff that went on while they had got back cool or whatnot. Because if he had her, I'm hoping 9 times out of 10 he wouldn't even be fucking with this dude. I know I wouldn't. But see, this is why I said yesterday, I may know somebody and we lose communication or whatever it's school, college, or whatnot. We may knew each other then, and I know who you were, or I know of you. But if I ain't seen you in a while, yes, I may recognize who you are, but I don't know what you've been doing for that whole time, me you been out of contact. I don't know what the hell you've been doing, okay? So I can't sit up here and just say that you still this cool person that I knew that you was back then. I can say back then you was a cool person, but I don't know what kind of type of person that you are now. All right. So it would be a big risk for me to pick up somebody like that and bring them into my home and my inner circle because I knew them years and years ago. Okay? And that's this exact same thing right here. Yes, you knew of this dude, but since y'all been apart or whatever the case may be, you don't know what he been doing. So like somebody I started fucking with back in 2011. I started fucking with that dude back in 2011. Even if I see him 11 years later, I'm not just gonna comfort him like that and tell him he come on to my home. I don't know what you been doing, even though I've been knowing him for the longest. But I ain't seen you, I ain't dealt with you since 11 years, 2011. I ain't dealt with you since then. I don't know what you been doing, what kind of company you keeping around. I don't know anything. All right? So, for my safety, no, we good. Hi and bye. I just can't do it because it's too much to risk. All right? It's just too much to risk. And here we are now, hearing that this man had a violent past. He had a violent past. And went to a barbershop and did all that. So again, guys, you can't be nice to everybody. Some people you just gonna have to turn the other cheek and be like, hey, fuck it. Hey, I can't fuck with you. Okay? It's just too much at stake. I just can't fuck with you. You probably want to, if you want to, give them a few dollars or whatnot. If they fucked up, give them a few dollars or whatnot. But picking them up, talking about bringing them home and trying to attempt to give them a second life. Hey, I mean, if it's in your heart to do that and you trust your heart and your gut to do that, hey, more power to you. But nah, other people, I'm not mad at you if you don't. Okay, I'm not mad at you if you don't because of shit like this. And after seeing this, a lot of people probably are going to think different about trying to help somebody. Because you can't help nobody who don't want to be helped. Preach. You cannot help nobody that does not want to be helped. You can't help nobody that they all about themselves. You can't help nobody who's been selfish all their life. Because they pretty much stuck in their ways. And only they can change. You can't make them change. Only they can change. All right? Wow. And the fact that this man was so hateful towards this man, whatever the case may be, that you did that to his son. You did that to his son. Let that boy in a car like that. Says a lot to me. Says a lot to me. But guys, now that you heard this update, please leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this, And man, rest in peace to both of them. And again, guys, you just can't be nice to everybody. Trust me, I know. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
I have him on all of our sites, so at the Where, mine, and as well as Gabby's. So this is day 24 of him been missing. A little backstory is he